This is Eric Galvez with the Disability Gorillas. I've got a great guest for you guys today, uh, Greg Graham, who's the AVM superhero. Um, I'll let him introduce himself.
Well, before I get started, thank you and the Disability Gorillas for letting me come on and share my story. Really appreciate you guys. And this is a very great opportunity for us as disabled people from different types of disabilities get together and communicate with each other. I really appreciate the forum that you have set up, sir. Um, so my name is, I'm also known as the AVM superhero. In 2017, while I was driving back home from work, I had I was talking to my mother and her friend, and we were just talking about this lady that we knew that went to high school with me that actually go to her church that had two strokes. And I was saying to my mother, that's a shame because she's very young and she went to high school with me. How can you have a stroke? And while this was happening, I had an excruciating headache. It was so bad that nothing could alleviate the actual issue. I started drinking water, and the water still was having problems with me. And I was screaming out. I was making some kind of sound that it frightened my mother. So my mother started praying, and her friend started praying, and she told me to pull over and run. So that's why the middle at the time I Atlanta, and I was driving back to Atlanta from Indiana. So I was in Kentucky at this time, about far away from Louisville, Kentucky. And when I pulled over, called 911, told them what was going on with me. They said they'll get somebody to me. And during that particular time, they said I was going to call. They was going to call my my then wife at the time. So they called her and they said, if I get disconnected, just call us back because we're with you. We're trying to help you out. And I thought I was actually going to die at that particular moment. Things was changing for me. I saw the sky turning bluer to green, grass becoming greener. I could smell things in my car that I didn't smell earlier, but it was just everything was just so vibrant. I could tell you what you had for breakfast at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It was that intense. So by the time the ambulance got to me and I was taken to the hospital, and once I got to the hospital, they airlifted me to another hospital because they told me I had an aneurysm rupture or AVM rupture. And AVM stands for arteriovenous malformation. They told me that they couldn't do anything for me. They had to airlift me to Louisville. That, like I said, it was an hour away. So I got airlifted to Louisville. They did a surgery on me, an embolization to clot up my AVM. And AVM is basically when you have your arteries between your vein and your arteries have capillaries. My capillaries are all knotted up from birth, and it was bound to rupture. So it ruptured, and when it ruptured, it caused me to have a hemorrhagic stroke. So I got to Louisville. They did a embolization on me to stabilize me, and I had to do 6 weeks of rehab there to learn how to walk, learn how to swallow before I was able to transport it back home. My then wife and my brother came and got me and drove me back 6 hours back to Atlanta. And when I got back to Atlanta, I did another surgery at Emory Hospital. I did a craniotomy to remove the AVM. And that's basically my story then. And here I am today.
So, like, actually, I don't know if you knew Greg, but yeah, I was actually a physical therapist when I was diagnosed with my brain tumor. So I was kind of
Mhm.
wondering, like, what kind of stuff did they have you doing in rehab?
So I had to do three things. I had physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy because I couldn't swallow. I had a trach. Um, so I had a feeder tube actually inside of my stomach,
Okay.
and I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything on my own. I couldn't go to the bathroom, nothing. I couldn't do anything. So what they had me do was what I really remember the most is occupational therapy, teaching me how to grip things, how to touch my fingers and things like that. I still have issues with that, but they'll try to test the speed of that. But the most important thing, they was trying to make sure that I was able to get into a car. So most of my physical therapy was how to stand up and sit back down because I'm 6'4", and they was wondering how they was going to get me home. You know, it would be too expensive. I was going to be ambulance, lifted back to Atlanta, so I had to be in a car. So most of my physical therapy was learning how to walk up and down stairs, leaving with I don't know what it's called. It's not a cane. It's a quad with the wheels on it.
Uh, Quad cam or a walker?
I guess
Or
yes, it is a walker, but it was a seated walker with wheels. So it
oh,
wasn't that one that you just lift up and anything like that. It's like you push
a
along.
rollator walker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So that's what I was able to do. So that's what they trained me for. When I got back home, my physical therapy was different. It was more about my strength.
Okay.
And it was a weird thing with my strength, Eric, was I was an athlete before this, so I was very determined.
Okay.
So working out was easy for me. They had me doing push-ups.
Okay. Cool. So, can I ask you, Greg? Like, so, what kind of athlete were you before?
In college, I used to play football.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Uh, my I was
what
wide
position?
receiver,
Okay. Okay.
and I went to the place called University of New Haven. My
Okay.
brother won the Heisman Trophy for Division II at that school while I was there with him. So we're very athletic people, even though I wasn't that good. But I was extremely athletic when I wasn't working. On the weekends, I used to play basketball every week
Okay.
before my stroke. So I was very active in things. Matter of fact, Eric, that was helped me to actually walk again,
Yeah.
play
I.
basketball. 'Cause I had to remember how to keep my balance, keep my center of gravity, and that's all about basketball. Just stand on your pivot foot and getting angles, getting leverage. So that
Yeah.
helped me learn how to walk. Right.
I do you remember getting any gifts while you were in the hospital?
No, well, I couldn't eat,
Oh.
so that wouldn't be something that they would give. The only thing I was able to do was suck on ice chips.
Oh. Wow. Wow. Wait. So, how long were you in the hospital?
6 weeks.
6 weeks. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
That's a long
And
time.
like I was by myself. My family lives in Atlanta, and I was in Kentucky.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. So did they stay at like a hotel around the hospital or
So at the time, I was married, and I have two daughters. It was 11 and 12,
okay.
and well, they were still in school at the time. But when they had a break, my ex this happened around November, December, so around Christmas, New Year's time. So they had the holiday season. They would come up in the hotel. The hospital had, I guess, rooms for their traveling doctors. They let my then wife stay in that particular room while I was in the
And
hospital.
I assume that she got like a discount or something at the hospital? At the Was it a hospital hotel or was it the
In the hospital.
hospital? Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, it was very fortunate. Everything was actually God's time, and everything was right on time because the neurosurgeon was supposed to go on vacation. He went on vacation the week after, so he was able to actually perform my surgery, then go on vacation. Because if I went a week later, I'd have been screwed. Um, they made sure that everything was taken care of for me because I was the breadwinner. My ex-wife didn't work at the time, so they made sure everything was leaning for us. When my truck, because I was driving a truck, and it was a pickup truck, it was left about 100 miles away from the hospital. The state trooper took my ex-wife to the truck on the highway so she could get it to bring it back. So a lot of things just fell into place for me like that particular
So like what are you doing now? Like
what,
you got an incredible story.
what I do now, well, the government considered me to be permanently disabled. I have cognitive issues and I have balance issues. My left side of my body feels like pins and needles from my neck all the way down to my toes. Um, I'm type 2 diabetic. I recently, since COVID till this year, I was doing what's called an AVM Superior Caregiver Basket Giveaway. And that was getting donations from different people, just like you or people in this audience, and giving back each and every month to different caregivers inside the United States. So I think we did about over 60 caregivers since we started in 2020, and we just finished doing it in 2025. And I also do I don't know if you could call it a podcast, but something similar to this. I do a show called Death Taught Us How to Live, where I get different people that had near death experiences and let them tell their story.
Yeah. Now, can I ask you, like, what exactly did you put in those baskets that you were handing out to survivors? I'm just curious.
Well, it morphed because like I was saying earlier, it was more of people giving donations. So the donations could be monetary or they could have been gifts. So there was a lot of people that made things up and put into the baskets. Like I had this one stroke survivor used to create different artwork, and that was her occupational therapy. So she would give her artwork to the caregiver basket. I had
What
another
kind of art?
stroke. Go ahead.
Like,
Hmm?
what artwork would you give? Like photos or like paintings or something? Or
She'll do watercolor.
oh, okay, okay, cool, cool.
So I had another stroke survivor from Australia. And he made scarves, and he donated his scarves. Then I have organization that would donate their services. Some people donate their teas, um, some kind of home spa treatment. Because remember, this was all morphed during the time of the pandemic. So I wanted to make sure that the caregivers were taken care of at home because they couldn't go anywhere. So we used to get scented candles, aromatherapy, bath bombs, those things that make the caregiver feel like they're important.
Uh, So, tell me a little bit more about what you're doing after your stroke. I mean, it sounds like you're doing a lot of things. Like, I mean, you've got the AVMs. You've got your podcast, which I think is really cool. Like, I've listened to it a couple times. So, yeah, like I really admire what you guys are doing. So, yeah, eventually I want to do that. But like, what are you doing? Anything in the community right now, or
Um, in the community, uh, I do so much stuff over the years. I don't do anything consistency like everyday type of thing.
okay,
My major thing that I was trying to create, but I was having an issue with this. I talked to one of our U.S. congressmen that actually is the district of my town. His name is Mike Lawler, and me and him had a conversation about two things that I found that is very paramount that us people that have brain injury need to take care of. One was our medical records follow us. And what
okay,
I mean by that is I had my stroke in Kentucky. I lived in Georgia. Now I live in New York. And unless I have my medical records on me, they don't travel with me. So my doctors don't have that information.
yeah.
So every doctor I go to, they actually ask me about my condition. I wanted to be, I wanted a bill to be passed to be just like how our credit is. No matter what credit company we go to, it automatically brings up our credit score. So the same thing with our health records. You know, no matter what hospital I go to, you should doesn't make a difference if it's a competing hospital. Because our medical records should travel with us.
I totally agree with you there. Like, I think I've seen like electric medical records, EMRs. Like, I have that right now in Michigan. And I had my when I lived in Texas also. I lived in Houston for a little bit. Then I had my
Yeah.
medical records over there transferred to Michigan, so made things a whole lot easier to move.
And the second thing I was working on was I I got I had a divorce after my stroke,
Wow.
and during that time, I signed papers, and I wasn't supposed to sign papers because I wasn't in the right mind state. So there should be some type of law to protect people that have have brain injury. We might look good, we might even sound good, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we are capable of making these type of decisions.
Yeah.
So,
Now,
go
oh,
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead. I was just
So those are the type of things I was working on.
okay. Yeah, I was just. Do you have anyone right now helping you out making the medical decisions, or you,
Like I said, I was talking to Mike Lawler, and as of right now, nothing has happened. This has been a year ago. I started this on May 2024 for Stroke Awareness Month in the United States, because May is Stroke Awareness Month. And I have a proclamation from my county executive stating that they recognize this particular month, but it has nothing has come from there.
okay. Now, those processes take a long time, right? Like, I mean, what's the end goal? Like, I mean,
To put it on the Congress floor to make it into a bill.
okay,
That's the end goal.
okay, gotcha, gotcha. All right. Well, cool. Like, I definitely want to ask you. Like, I like doing things a little bit differently. So, what
Okay.
I want to do is I want to get to know you better. So, I've
Okay.
got a few questions I want to ask you. So,
Okay.
there are probably things that you haven't really thought about, but
Okay.
yeah, it's called the hot seat. Okay. All right. Well, let's say if they made like a movie about you, or if they wrote a song about you, what would your theme song be? Or like if they made like a movie about the story of your life, what would your theme song be?
Is it a real song or do I have to just make up a song?
Oh, it's got to be a real song. People got to recognize it.
I guess Destiny Child, I'm a survivor.
Okay. Okay. That's a good one. All right. Next question here is: so, who are your hero or heroes?
My hero. My hero is my mom.
Okay, that's a good answer. Right? Any particular reason why? I mean,
I just see what she has gone through in life and the cards that she's been dealt and who she has to raise on her own. I find that remarkable. She didn't make a lot of money in her career, but she did so many things that I couldn't even do, and I made probably four times more than her. It's her determination, her will, her strength, her prowess is unmatched by anybody.
so next question here. What is the last thing you ate? What is the
The
last thing
last
you
thing
ate?
I ate, the
Yeah.
last thing I ate today, I went to an Indian buffet. I probably had some chicken, some curry goat, some lentils, and some cauliflower and curry.
Yeah, those Indian buffets are awesome. All right, next question here is: what is your favorite movie or your favorite book?
You want both, or you just want one or the other?
Which one do you prefer, movies or books?
Depends on the mood.
Okay.
My favorite movie is The Count of Monte Cristo, and my favorite book is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza.
I'll have to look that up. I've never heard of that.
It's
How
pretty
did you
cool.
find? How did you find that book anyway?
I don't know. No, I after my stroke, I went through a lot of depression,
Okay.
and Dr. Joe Dispenza speaks about manifesting things into your life. For a great example is our mind can hurt us or can heal us. A lot of times we think of things and it's worse in our head than it is in reality. So we put a lot of issues on ourselves. It makes us be stressed. It makes us have anxiety. It makes us have high blood pressure, hypertension, and destroys us. So why can't we just change that into something better? So that's what that is.
Very cool. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. Okay. Next question is kind of going off script here, but yeah. Were you good at math in high school?
Somewhat.
Somewhat. Okay. All right. How about chemistry? are you good at chemistry?
Somewhat.
Okay. Right, in chemistry, what is Avogadro's number?
See, now you asked me about memory, so now you got me. I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Avogadro's number is a mole. Do you remember what a mole is? It's a measurement. A mole is 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. So you didn't remember that, right?
I don't remember what you just said. You gotta
Yeah.
remember, I got cognitive issues, so when you start talking things you want me to remember, I'm like, okay.
I actually had to look at it. Next question here is coffee or tea?
T.
Tea. What kind of tea?
Bush T. So, if you follow me in my teachings, when I went to Jamaica, I found a lot of herbal teas that help you out for naturopathic waves. So, like soursop tea, I drink that. I drink Search My Heart, something for your arteries and things like that. Gillian hen lead or Gillian lead. There's all different types of teas that I drink. There's more bush teas than anything like green tea or black tea, things like that.
Yeah, like I was on a really big green tea kick after my surgery. But yeah, a lot of those teas you mentioned, I've never heard of, so I'm gonna have to look at them. But
And more tropical trees, or that you can actually get in the bush and Jamaica.
okay. Our next question here is, what is your favorite website?
Favorite website? ESPN.com.
Okay, that's mine too. So who's your team then? You're in New York right now, but you're from down south, or
Yeah, I guess I'm a mutt. I'm all over the place. I don't have a team from my hometown. The only team that I do root for is the New England Patriots.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
So are you a big Tom Brady fan?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
If you're a New England Patriot fan, you have to be a big Tom Brady fan.
it's true. Yeah, because I actually went to school when Brady was there. Like I went
Oh,
to
you went to
the
Michigan with him then? Oh, nice.
yeah, so I got to see him a couple times.
Was that 96?
He was
97?
right. 97 and beyond. So yeah,
Cool.
it was cool seeing him. I actually also got to see Charles Woodson in Rosewood, like way back when. Yeah, yeah. He's like a legend over here. So yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Okay. Next question here. What's your favorite movie snack? Is it popcorn or candy?
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Mhm.
Do you eat the whole? Do you get the extra large one or the small popcorn?
Depends on what. If I'm just by myself, I get a small one. If I'm with my girl and we watch a Marvel or any type of comic book type of movie.
Okay. Right now, here's another random question. What is the capital of Montana?
Is it Billings?
No, nope. I'll give you two more shots.
Montana. Butte?
That's what I thought too, but it's not. I'll give you one last shot here.
You got me now, but I don't know.
It's Helena.
Helena. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, another question here. Karaoke? Give me the mic, or let's go home for karaoke.
Neither. I will listen, but I'm not taking the mic, and nor do I want to go home. I want to make fun of you.
Okay. All right. Now, do you prefer eating out or ordering in?
Like neither one of those options I like. I like home cooked food.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. right. Now, pineapple on pizza. Yes or no?
For me to eat it or just
Yeah,
should it be done? I'm
yeah,
from New York. We don't really supposed to put pineapple on pizza.
okay. And last question here. Do you like the smell of fresh cut buns or freshly baked cookies?
Well, I'm kind of biased. I'm a football player, and we play football in the fall time. So when you get that fresh cut grass and you're about to hit the field, there's nothing better than that.
Okay. Right, cool. Well, thanks, Greg. That was the hot seat. So, yeah, I'll post this later, probably this week. And yeah, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. This was awesome. Again, I
No problem.
apologize for the technical difficulties, but I'll figure it out. And
No,
if
it comes with time, man. Just be grateful and be kind to yourself, and it'll work out.
right, cool. Thanks, man.
My brother, I'll talk to you later.
All right,
Thank you for
sounds
having
good.
me on.
Yep,
Talk to you guys later.
yep. Take
AVM
care.
Superhero.